that. Fortunately, all of this is in the very beginning of the game, so we can just have a reset fest until we get it. That's the fastest I've ever gotten out of the restroom on the UFO. Okay, I think I found a strat for it. As you saw, I picked up the blue gem and I couldn't even see it. I just knew where it was. Do this, and then... Oh, this is fast. All right, again, good start. I just fuck it up. No. I'm gonna stop being a dick to myself and actually be positive and optimistic and be like, this will world record. Let's go. So chat, this is your chance to decide. Do we pick up the chainsaw or don't we? If we do everything right with the chainsaw, it can save us a second or two. But it can also lose us time. Your call. Make it quick though. Nay! Okay. Alright, Twitch has decided for us. We shall not pick up the chainsaw. I approve. I approve. That just means I have to pick up the steel pipe later on instead. Which is fine, because I need some melee weapon. So, since we did not pick up the chainsaw, the run changes a little bit, especially if you caught my last one, but not, and you're watching this one. For Pyramid Head, I'm gonna deal with him with the handgun, just like I did in the previous any difficulty run, instead of using the chainsaw. And then at the well, I'm not gonna be using the chainsaw either. So it doesn't change a whole lot. Oh, first try text activation. Sweet. So the entire opening of the game has been perfect execution. I cannot execute what you've seen so far any better than I've done. So, again, good start. Or, this is beyond a good start. This is a great start. So when let me think here. No, it doesn't actually change. Only if it was the dog percent, I had to reroute a little bit. This will just be the exact same thing. The only difference is I'm going to be using an item in 3 places, and the run will end when we reach the room, but before we pop in the VCR, which is really nice that it's before we have to use the VCR, because, or the videotape, sorry, because hitting the VCR with the tape is a very difficult hitbox, and even that hitbox is cut out of the game for this category, so that's really fucking nice. But yeah, my plan is to do 2 of these UFO runs, but it depends, because we're doing really good so far, and if the game keeps giving, so we get good puzzles and all that, and we get a really great UFO run, we might have to switch it up a little bit, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So for now, just look forward to 1 more UFO after this one. That's the plan so far. in. Slowly creeping up on the gate here. Very close to sub 5 minutes for UFO. You want to get sub 5 minutes for any of the other categories where you don't have to pick up the blue gem or anything, but actually being close to also getting it for UFO, it just goes to prove the good start. Okay, so places that can slow us down. Clock is definitely the first one. That can. Alright, the camera angle here always gets me. Let's see if we can. Way, didn't get me this time. But that's because I was prepared for it. Unlike the last run where it actually tricked me. This room right here, we can lose some time. But that's not gonna happen. Let's get this execution here. We have the handgun in hand. Yes, we do. That means I can't do the skip here without any repercussions. Alright, clock. This room can also be an issue. But it wasn't. I definitely slowdown will be, well, possibly the clock now, but the coin puzzle and the Lin room. Ooh. Look at this split, boys. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the first puzzle delivers. And get past this guy. Gold indeed. Alright, get the key here. Swap the camera around. Okay, gotta remember that. Should be fine. Since we don't have the chainsaw, we don't risk auto aiming with the chainsaw at an enemy, which loses a lot of time. And that's a non-factor for this run because we don't have it. Alright. Back out here. Now we can actually sprint again. Alright, this execution. Fuck. Almost fucked it up twice. Yeah, I lost some time here, around 2 seconds or so, I'd say. this one here I need to really adjust my course or else it'll turn around for some reason. There's a bug here when you get through the load screen. Alright, I can mash. I'm just gonna auto aim. Well, if I've been equipped with a chainsaw there, that would have been really bad. Without it, it's just whatever. It's not gonna mean much. But yeah, with the again, the camera just won't adjust. I don't know why. I've actually made some movement error now in the last minute. That's fine. Let's just keep on going. Should have everything that we need. That means we can go to the next apartment building. And we're slowly coming up on the coin puzzle, which is like the one thing that I just can't do at a quick pace. That door is actually pretty hard to hit in 2D. Can't really see where you're going, so you just kind of have to aim and guess a little bit. And coin room. I thought the blue gem was a coin for a moment. And finally the Lin room here. Or the whisper room or whatever you want to call it. Not too great. Well, it's not over yet. These doors that you have to hit from a blind angle can be a little tricky, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so we don't have the chainsaw, so we do it like normal. And we're on the outside again. Alright, so apartment down. Overall evaluation. The last 2 minutes or so had some movement error that I shouldn't have done. Fortunately, all of them were like stuff that lost me half a second. The worst one probably a full second. But that's only a major concern for future PBs, because in my current PB I make more mistakes like that. So in other words, I just need to keep this pace that I'm at right now, and try to stick with the same level of consistency here. That should be enough. Alright, so since I did not pick up the chainsaw at the very beginning of the game, we have to pick up the steel pipe, which is right up the street here. That is something we usually don't do, and it's because we go with the chainsaw route. But without it, this one is a must. If I did not pick that one up just now, the run would be unfinishable. So. Due to the well, in case you're wondering. We need the melee weapon to break down the wall.
Did you find the lady you're looking for? What's her name? Mary?
Through here. Trapped forever in the well. Damn straight. That's good. That's what's gonna happen if we skip the chainsaw as well as the steel pipe and do the shadow skip. But that, you know, just saying that sentence had a lot of skip in it. So I'd say if you happen to put yourself in that situation, you've asked for it. Reminds me of Samara. Oh shit, man. I remember when I watched that movie many years ago, when I wasn't very tolerable when it came to horror. Like, any horror movie back then would scare me, but then I watched that one, The Ring, and the whole well scene where she's like, I think it's in the second movie, where she's like stuck in the well and she has to climb out of it, and Samara, of course, she's there like climbing after her. Like, just that scenario to be in, just one giant nope. I think that's one of the things that I consistently find the most terrifying, is like, you know, being chased, and not just by, you know, what, by something. It has to be something supernatural specifically, that like can blink, teleportation, you know, after you and stuff like that, and you know he or she's behind you, you just don't know how far behind you. And you can't afford to, you know, look behind you to find out. Just that situation, like that feeling in your stomach, is really terrifying, I think. Oh, but put me in this hospital right here, and I'd be cowering in some corner somewhere too. So, anyway, first passcode coming up. 4742. So someone's gotta write that down. That down would be nice. 4742. Just in chat. Thanks, Twitch. Appreciate it. If you're ready for the second one here, that's coming up in a little while. Or shortly, I should say. It's in less than a minute. Just write it right under the other one. It's fine. Here we go. And the password is 1232. 1232. That's a 1232. Alright, thanks Twitch for the help. I appreciate it. I definitely need it too. Because I'm really bad with remembering numbers. Or hitting them, it seems. There we go. Ah, shit. I ran way too far there. Whoa, and then I miss it. Then I'm too far away from it. Ah, I'm so fucking cursed when it comes to UFO. It's really annoying. Oh well. Just keep my cool here. Important part is, accept the mistake. Don't lose the run. Just keep on keeping on. Alright, first defeat this guy, and then use the blue gem. Alright, third one. Over here. Wait for James to look at it, and shoot. Please die instantly, thank you. Skip. Skip and split. Use gem and split. Skip. Go through door. Whew! We did it, boys. Gold split too, that's nice. I would like to be more ahead because I can lose that really fast. And thanks for the reminder, Twitch. I also put like a reminder into my split name just in case. It really helps out. But you cannot have too many reminders. So what we gotta do here is just keep on gold splitting. That's gonna be a stream first, by the way, if I can gold split all the way. Ah, someone's at the door. Gotta. If it rings one more time, I know who it is, and I gotta go open. Sorry, Maria. Yeah. Here should be fine to pause. Be right back. Family member who had forgotten their key. Where was I? I was on my way to the staircase, so I have to hold down and right, I think. Yeah, good. Pausing stops the timer, in case you guys are wondering, so it's not gonna lose us anything other than our focus. But you know, people actually wanting to get in the apartment is more important when they've forgotten their keys. Camera here is really awkward. There you go. See? It actually made me, or caused me to stop running twice. Really hate the camera when you have to go back down the corridor. Speaking of corridors, this part. Ah, fuck. My thumb slipped. We are slowly approaching the wrench pickup again. We want to do it as consistently as last time, however, without trying to read the map while the flashlight is on. That step is pretty crucial. And even if I do screw it up, it's some minor fuck up. But if we want to goal split all the way, we gotta avoid making as many mistakes as humanly possible. So that's gonna be exactly what we're gonna try to do. The camera, it keeps changing its mind. Then it wants to be on my left shoulder, and then it wants to be on my right shoulder. And camera, or rather flashlight, back on, because the door at the end of this corridor is locked and you can only unlock doors with your flashlight on. Alright, first part of the trick went well. I didn't try to read the map this time. Couldn't actually see that extinguisher there. Oh, whatever it's called. Not a blind. I have some blind spots on my screen when the screen is dark like this, due to the lighting in the room. In the summer sun, basically. We'll manage. Just have to get around this corner. We should be okay. And now we can go out of it. Flashlight is back on. Camera swapped. Can't see shit. Oh well. I tried. It's not worth trying to set up. You just go for it. And if you manage to pick up the wrench before you all the way up the stairs, you skip the pickup animation, which saves around half second, full second. If you don't, you just lose that second. But imagine if you like try to be in a specific spot to pick up the wrench so you don't see the animation. That alone can take more time than you actually waste not getting it. So definitely not worth trying to set up. You just go for it. Though you have to be a little careful, because if you go for it too aggressively, what can happen is that you read the document next to it instead, and that's pretty big time loss. Because what ends up happening sometimes is that you realize, okay, shit, you fucked up, you read the document. Oh, but you just go, then you're like, the first thing that comes to mind is like to skip all the text with the quick save. But if you do that, you soft block the game and you can't pick up the wrench afterwards. And I know this because I've done this twice, I think. So yeah, really don't go out of your way to set that up. Just go for it in a safe way. If you get it, great. If you don't, whatever. Soft locks, yeah, those aren't really very nice. And again, here, be a little careful with your mashing of the X button here, because you can end up like investigating this locked box instead of getting to the inventory screen and using the item. Because first you have to investigate it and skip a cutscene, then use an item. But if you mash a little too vigorously, you'll just skip the cutscene and all that, and then try to investigate it once more, which puts some text that you have to math through on your screen. We're definitely not going blind hangman either this time. I'm just gonna go into the room, find out which one it is, the arsonist, or the one who's been punished for arson. Hope that it's the first one, so we only have to read one body. But if it's not, we have to read the next and the next. Usually I find it's 5, 4, or 3. And I have to be lucky for it to be 1. I can't really remember the last time it's been number 2. When it's not number 1, it's either 4 or 5. Or 3 or 4, sorry. 5 it's like when it's not the other 2, which it does happen, but it's pretty rare. I'm not sure why we just got that gold split, because that's pretty crazy. But let's roll with it and be appreciative. I was 13 seconds faster than my previous segment. That's pretty good. That's what we need to see. But as I said, should be easy for me to PB in this category. I just need to do it. Which is why I want to do 2 of them today. The clock has already been nice, so the you know, I might not have a need for 2 UFO runs, but we'll see. If I don't need to do another one, I can. We'll as I said, let's cross that bridge when we get there. I'll probably ask you guys what you want to watch. Oh, I hit it. Holy shit, I've never hit it blind before this crack in the well. Damn, that was fast. That's gonna save some time. That was pretty hype. Pick it up. Save. Quick note. Down, trip down, skip. Alright, so let's just not lose too much time in this part, and we are home free, I think. Well, not home free, that's an overstatement. Slight body block from that guy. Scariest part of the game? That's actually a really good question. Which part was the scariest for me back when this game was... When I didn't speedrun this game, because that's when the game was scary. It's still a horror game and I still love the shit out of this game, but it just doesn't scare me anymore. Which is not as much its fault as it is mine for speedrunning it. But back in the day... Oh, actually, the part I... Alright, so the part that I'm still a little scared of is actually the room in the maze where you have to go to pick up the great knife, where Pyramid Head is walking around in that big circle where you can meet him there, like just a random encounter with him. That's actually the part I think is the scariest. Today and back then. If you know which one I'm talking about. think this is good. Oh, yes. Almost missed the hitbox. I didn't have a lot more room to move forward there. But so far so good. And back at the elevator. Shot 30 elevator reach. That's pretty good. Okay, so I was here before 30, probably at 29:57, something like that. And it takes a little over a minute. Yeah, this might be a 25 seconds split. Yeah, it tries to spear you. Exactly, that's where... that's just because, you know, you get in your head that Pyramid Head is like this really powerful creature. You can't kill him, but it was a boss battle, and, you know, he only appears in a cutscene or as a boss battle so far, right? And then suddenly you just run into him like any other creature in the game. That really got to me. Because I knew the threat that he posed. I couldn't, because he's unkillable, right? So that was a really effective area in the game, scare-wise. I think Silent Hill 3 scares me more than this game does. Wow, that's more than 25 seconds. Jesus. Okay, this puzzle here that we have to do. I always lose time in this one. I don't know why, but I do. This one here. Hitting it, that is, the hitbox. Okay, today I don't really lose any time on it. That's good. I usually lose like 4 seconds there or something like that. But I can still lose some time in this area. Here. Let's just take some time to set it up. I want to get the Y cutter without going down the ladder. Sometimes I hit the ladder instead of the Y cutter because the hitboxes are literally next to one another. Yeah, the gold is pretty sick right now. But the goal for this run is sub 40, so we've got, what, 52 seconds to kill? 53 actually. So it's absolutely necessary. I've run this category less than 10 times, so that's why I'm not very good at it. Should kill him. So the one time where a 3-shot is not enough to kill that guy. Never happens, but it just did. Whoa. Okay, stop making mistakes like that. Just keep on keeping on. Instead. Much better. Thank you. Out of my way, please. We're slowly approaching the area where we need to switch the flashlight off. It's here. There we go. And we get the text first time. Go through here. And here. Please be number 1. It was? If we had decided to go blind arsonist, we would have gotten it. But this is only going to be 4 seconds slower than blind arsonist. So, that's not a whole lot. But yeah, it still sucks that, you know, we don't get that. Still, the game has given us perfect luck. The only thing that's yet to be given to us is first word briefcase. Then this would be one of those runs where all of the luck was good. Too bad it's not one of the runs where I rely on luck. But yeah, we're approaching briefcase. There's still a few minutes, but if you ladies and gentlemen watching, if you want to try to guess what the word is, All you gotta do is punch it in chat. If you don't remember all the words, you can just ask my bot for the words. The command is !BC or briefcase. And then it'll give you a list of all the 22 words. Alright, so we are getting close to Eddie here. We want to kill him and then move to the pier, but before getting into the boat, I need to use the blue gem. So let's hope. Hey Elliot, what's up, man? Glad you could make it. Been a long time, and welcome to the stream. Or welcome back, I should say. Whoa, the analog stick froze on me there. Alright, Elliot's guess is gonna be loose. Use blue gem. Skip. Go in. Skip. Once to the right. Once more uninterrupted. That was a little too early, I think. We'll see. No. This was way too much. Way too much. I'm gonna guess it's null. Null's gonna be my word. Yeah, you missed the previous run, but this one is doing pretty great too. So this will probably PB. We'll see. I'll be able to tell what kind of time this is gonna be when we do when we've slept with Ariel. Do I pick up the great knife on normal percent? Yes, I do. It's been such a long time since I've run that category, but it will probably replace like dog percent or something like that soon. We'll see. I messed up the boat a little bit, but it didn't feel too bad. We'll see on the score screen whether that has lost us too much time. And then up here, go through here. So we're coming up on the out of bounds trick here and approaching the briefcase as well as a result of that. So we've got loose and null guessed so far. We'll see which one it is. Probably none of those two. And that's why we don't do it blind. I actually forgot to heal. I should do that as soon as possible. Might be able to do it here actually. Dark, loose, and null. Okay. We're making things exciting, huh? There we go. We'll use the healing item there. And we just gotta keep this direction here until the camera shifts into a room looking out at us. Once we see that, that's good. How am I faring on the leaderboard now? For dog percent category, I'm less than 50 seconds behind world record, so that one's actually pretty close. For the other two, not so great, but that's why I'm doing UFO right now, so I can improve it. And right now it's looking great, so if we just keep this pace going we got right here, this might be a sub 40. We'll see. It's gonna be hard to get it, but we'll see. I am trying my hardest here. My 90% any difficulty still needs a lot of work, unfortunately. Which is the category I did before this one. Yeah, within a minute of world record for that cutscene. Category, sorry. That's really nice, yeah. It's also a really motivational that I'm that close. So I'm just like continuously trying. This time we didn't forget that we have to go over here. Alright, we are slowly coming up on a briefcase, ladies and gentlemen, so put your guesses in if you still want to participate. If not, sit back and enjoy the ride. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I wasn't fast as a go ride. I was just hoping. Hey, Spice Father, with the time guess here. Last time I PB'd in one of my categories, Spice Father was actually the one with the winning guess. Back when I did Blind Briefcase too. So, let's see if he can repeat the success. Anyway, welcome back to the stream, man. Long time no see. But as I said, we do a thinner route now, so. The word is over. As far as I know, none of you guessed that one, so that's the game wins again. Oh, things are good, but I'm really busy, so I don't stream as much as I used to. But I can't change that. I'm really busy with my education, which takes priority these days. But I'm also enjoying the stuff that I'm studying, so it's not that I'm not having fun. It just takes all my time. Cinderella, skip. Snow White, and skip. And Little Mermaid, do not skip. Like that. Go through here. Pick this one up. Go through here. You couldn't even have been more wrong. That's true. It's never the any words containing the letters of the starting position of the briefcase. It cannot be any of those. So we're way over 1 minute right now. Do not use the VCR. And skip. Sub 40. Fuck yeah.